these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game while you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American.
And just before the game, the championship ring is distributed to the players by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans. Derrick Rose. Bobby Portis. Jimmy Butler. Chicago Bulls, the United Center. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Memphis, Conley and Allen in the backcourt. Boozer is out there with Evan Turner, and it's Gasol in at the 5. Boozer hits them both. On defense, the Grizzlies. This their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
An East-West showdown, only one of 2 games between these squads.
And because of that, the time is now to seize control of the matchup. We'll see who strikes first.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
There's the pick. Good-looking screen by Gasol. It's Allen with the drive. Outside Conley. It's stolen by Jenkins. He kicks it to Gasol. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's Allen. Outside Turner. Right side Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 19-foot shot. No good from Gasol. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jenkins dishes to Butler. Jenkins with it. Conley picks him up. And Jenkins kicks to Covington. Shot no good. Good tee by Boozer. The Grizzlies on offense. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And if there's one aspect of the game that really stood out for me, it was the rebounding. Basketball is about possessions, and you saw a noticeable difference in terms of the effort both teams were putting forth.
Simply got outworked under the boards, guys. I mean, that's the no-brainer of the deal. I mean, they got pushed around all game long.
Bulls on D. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Dave Yeager gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Doing a good job staying tight on their perimeter shooters is something that he wants his guys to focus on. He knows how much this team can hurt you if you give them too much room on the perimeter, and they're determined not to let that happen in this one, gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris. Devising a strategy, Clark, to take away that three-point shot.
Yeah, I think it's an important part of your defensive game plan because teams nowadays are just too good to not defend them from behind the three-point line.
And here's Conley outside. And that one's good. Conley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Now here's Jenkins. Covered by Conley. Shots good by Jenkins.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Memphis trailing here. Allen with it. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Feeds to Conley. Launches it. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here's Conley. Really had troubles in the loss to Detroit. And it's Turner off the drive. Now the dish to Boozer. Here's Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Gasol's got his second bucket of the night.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Portis, and it's Rose in for Robert Covington. Memphis also making some changes. White, he's checked in for Boozer. Johnson comes in for Evan Turner. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Tony Allen. And Jenkins throws it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Conley against Rose. White sets a screen. Conley kicks to Gasol. He dishes it to Johnson. Gasol passes to Wright. 5 on the clock. There's the 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Here's Jenkins. The stupendous finish in traffic. Jenkins got 10 points in the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through T. Coach wants to get them involved early so he can establish a strong presence at that end of the floor and provide them with a well-balanced offensive attack. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Noah against Wright. Kicks it to Johnson. There's the pass to Conley. And another miss by Memphis.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Rose kicks it to Noah. Back to Rose. Picked by Mozgov. Rose goes in. Pass to Jenkins. Plenty of space. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 14 points for Freak.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical, dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Here's Bullock. Passes to Conley. Wright sets a screen for Conley. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Conley's got his third basket of the night.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Rose attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 6.
The D on him has to be airtight, guys. You got to get into his airspace, and that was far from it.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Bulls out front. They lead by 6. Stay with us as we get set to bring you this. And the Grizzlies, a team that's dealt with their share of tough playoff losses. But, you know, you talk to point guard Mike.
We feel like we're a team that's had to go through.
One big reason why not them is what happened to Conley. Greg losing him in the playoffs last year was... Did it really take something out of him?
You know, Kevin, it's really hard to say. A tough break, obviously, losing Mike, and I mean that literally as well. But their problems did set them back, and maybe they can be just as good as anybody else, but until they are, they're going to have some issues.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
So on the floor for Memphis, James Johnson is out there with Carlos Boozer. Then there's Allen. Then it's Evan Turner. Then it's Nene in at the 5 spot. Shots good by Jenkins.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Got a hand on it. Rose attacking. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Rose has got his second basket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Boozer. And it's Memphis with another.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. Number 1, the Bulls. 5th best, the Grizzlies.
You know, each of these squads made